Hi everyone, I'm the digital marketing lead at Typhoon Hill and the host of our Industry Spotlight series. In this episode, we have a special guest, Solon Mardapitas, Chief Technological Officer at Powerstar, based in the UK. Why did you use hardware-in-the-loop to model and test the behavior of your energy storage controls capabilities, and particularly in microgrids?
So we're looking at network resilience, mainly UPS for our demand side customers. In a test scenario with pure hardware is extremely expensive and really difficult. We cannot be, interfering with our clients' existing generators, existing loads, mainly because a lot of our clients are critical manufacturers. So it gets quite complicated because you're dealing with hundreds of different types of loads, numerous types of generation that already exists on site. And the primary focus is how do we optimize that and how do we make sure that we can provide the function we're looking at.
How did you design and test inverter controls before hardware-in-the-loop technology?
Primarily in the beginning, we were using our own software, simulations, looking at how we reduce harmonics from the inverter, how we create a better, purer sine wave. The Typhoon Hill allows us to take various widgets and modules, your microgrid modules, your generator modules, your battery modules, etc., and then create a full map of interactions. And the Typhoon has been instrumental in allowing us to do that.
What are some operational scenarios encountered in the field that are difficult or impossible to recreate?
What we're looking at is making sure that we're available as an asset to the network at all times. If we create a model or create a loss of mains detection methodology that is too sensitive and we spend all our time in island mode, we cannot provide those services as promised.
So tell me, how quickly were you able to support requests from clients who are asking for these certain unique product functions based on the current data that they have on the field?
The Hill helps us create the model we want. That shaves off an enormous amount of time. So we can effectively do it with minimal cost on the client side. So they can say, actually, we want this feature, we want this feature. We'll create it virtually. We don't have to create our own test setup for those.
Were you able to do some automated testing with Hill technology to speed up the process, and how does that work?
We utilize the emulator and the Typhoon together to run these automated tests. And it's actually increased the ability for us to test units by about twice. So we're actually able to get 2 units out for the one we had in.
How were you able to show your clients that this technology helped you make sure that your line of products work?
When you use something like Typhoon and you create a model around it, you can say, look, we've created this model. This is the output of the tests we've run. We can prove it mathematically that it works, as opposed to spending money trying to create a test demo setup and only partially being able to show what we can do.
So what have you discovered in using Hill that really surprised you the most?
Because the knowledge base from the Typhoon side is constantly being updated. So the back end, what storage is available, what inverter range is available, and consequently what the characteristics of those are. We don't have to concern ourselves too much with the depths of each individual node. The Typhoon platform gives us that accessibility anyway.
So one word to describe your experience with Hill?
Superb.